Every night at 3:30 a.m., the hand dryers in the boys' restroom turn on by themselves. No motion trigger, no one inside. I've checked the cameras. It's always empty. But last night, I saw something in the mirror. My reflection was already there, mopping the floor. 5 seconds before I walked in.
This happened 2 years ago, when I worked nights at Millfield High. It was supposed to be temporary, a few months to cover rent. But the quiet got to me in a strange way. It was peaceful, almost too peaceful. The kind of silence that hums behind your ears. By day, the school was chaos. By night, it was a maze of polished tile and whispering vents. I clocked in at 10 every night. The building emptied like a drained lung. Doors shut, lights dimmed, and it was just me. I liked the solitude. No bosses breathing down my neck, no chatter. Just the steady roll of my bucket wheels on waxed floors. The smell of ammonia, the low buzz of fluorescence. I could almost hear the building breathing. Every hall had its own sound. One buzzed, one ticked, one sighed. The east wing was the quietest of all. That's where it started. It happened the first week of December. Cold outside, breath fogging up inside the glass doors. At around 3 a.m., I was cleaning the cafeteria. I heard a metallic roar down the hall, like an engine trapped in a box. Then I realized it was the hand dryers, the ones in the East Wing boys' restroom. I figured it was Carl, the day custodian, double-checking something, but the cameras told a different story. In the maintenance office, I rewound the tape. Nothing. No one went in or out. Yet at exactly 3:13 a.m., the motion sensor triggered. Dryers on for 12 seconds, then off. I told myself it was electrical, old wiring, faulty sensors. But it happened again the next night, and the next. Always at 3:13. Never 3:12, never 3:14. The same shrill roar echoing through tiled halls. After the fourth night, I started waiting for it. That minute before, the anticipation, it crawled under my skin. The silence before the noise felt alive. On the fifth night, I stood outside the restroom door. My watch ticked from 3:12 to 3:13. The dryers screamed, then died. I opened the door. Nothing. No smell of soap. No footprints on the dry floor. Just heat lingering in the air, like someone had just been there. When I told Carl about it, he chuckled. "Guess Gus is back," he said. I asked who Gus was. Carl looked at me like I should already know. Then he said, "Old guy who used to work your shift. Dropped dead cleaning that bathroom." I thought he was joking. But later that day, curiosity got the better of me. I searched Millfield High Custodian death. There it was. Gus Miller, 62, passed away during night duty, August 12, 2016. Heart attack near the East Wing restroom. Time of death, around 3 a.m. I stared at the screen longer than I should have, then shut the laptop, told myself coincidences happen. Still, when I returned that night, the halls felt different, like something was listening. Around midnight, I started humming to break the silence. It didn't help. Every echo came back half a second late, like someone else was humming too. At 2, I walked past the trophy case. My reflection moved slower than I did. I stopped. So did it, but a fraction too late. I blamed exhaustion, coffee, headaches, whatever kept me sane. At 3:10, I pushed my car toward the East Wing. The air turned cold, like someone opened a freezer door. My breath fogged. The dryers stayed quiet. 3:12. Still nothing. 3:13. Silence. Then the lights flickered, and a single dryer screamed alive. It stuttered, bursts of air like a gasping breath. I stepped closer, heart pounding. Then it cut off mid-roar. The smell of burnt dust filled the room. A bead of water rolled down the mirror. 3 faint streaks followed, like long fingers. I backed out slowly, eyes on the sink. The reflection didn't back away with me. It stood still, mop in hand.
Smiling. I ran the rest of the shift pretending everything was fine. But when the night ended, I went straight to the office, pulled up the camera feed from that corridor. 3:13. The dryers came on. And there, faint, grey, blurred, a man mopping the floor. He turned, slow and steady, toward the lens. 5 seconds later, I walked in on the footage. 2 of us in one frame. Only one of us was breathing. I leaned closer to the screen. The reflection's face wasn't mine. Older, sunken eyes, half a grin. It looked straight at me through the monitor. And I swear, the lights flickered in the office the same way they had in the hallway. I shut the system off, grabbed my jacket, and left. Didn't even clock out. Didn't come back for my paycheck. But the story doesn't end there. Because 3 nights later, at home, I woke up at 3:13. The sound that pulled me awake, the roar of a hand dryer. Faint, distant, impossible. I turned on every light, checked every room. Silence. Then my phone buzzed. The security app, still linked to the school cameras. Motion alert, East Wing restroom, 3:13 a.m. I opened the feed. The restroom was empty, except for a mop leaning against the wall, and a figure just out of frame. Only an arm visible, sleeve rolled up, just like mine. I deleted the app that morning, tried to forget. But forgetting doesn't help when something's still working your old shift. Every few weeks, I wake up at that exact time. Sometimes I swear I hear water sloshing down the hall. Once I found damp footprints near my door. Size 11, my size. The smell of bleach lingered till sunrise. A month later, Carl called. He wanted to know if I still had my old key card. Said the system showed it being used every night. At 3:13 a.m., I told him I mailed it back. He said, "Then who's been clocking in?" I hung up without answering, because I already knew. Some jobs don't let you quit. Sometimes I dream of Millfield. The corridors stretch longer, darker.
The floor glows faintly with streaks of mop water. There's always someone just ahead of me, pushing a bucket, humming off-key. When I catch up, it's never a person, just a reflection waiting in the mirror. Older, tired, smiling, patient. I think Gus was never the haunting. He was the invitation. Maybe every custodian who works that shift leaves something behind. A reflection that finishes what the body couldn't. Some nights, when sleep won't come, I hear the dryers start again. And for a moment I picture that hallway, the blue light, the hum, the shine on the tiles. I can almost feel the handle of the mop in my hand. Heavy, familiar, mine. I don't fight it anymore. At 3:13 I just lie there, listening. It's better to let the noise come and go, because one of these nights I might hear it stop. And if it stops, maybe it's my turn to start cleaning again. After all, someone's got to keep the hall spotless. Someone's got to keep the dryers running. That's how Millfield stays alive, one shift after another, forever.
A night shift alone, things starts running by itself. Don't check it. Who's to walk away some things? Don't stop when we leave. They just wait for the next one to clock in. Don't stop when we leave. They just wait for the next one to clock in. If you felt the chill tonight, hit like, share this story, and subscribe, because darkness always finds those who listen.